Hey there guys, it's Lewi 2x4. Quick overview and thoughts on the Lego Creator Set Assembly Square. Great build, loved it, absolutely enjoyed it. It brought back so many memories of being a kid and seeing these big Lego, boxes in a store and thinking, yeah, I need to buy that. And obviously, me being young at the time, didn't have a lot of money. So now that I'm a little bit older, I went and treated myself to this set. And I've been away from a Lego for so long. I've got a couple of smaller sets, but this is probably my first big set in a really long time. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a great build. I mean, there was so many different elements, so many different aspects. And I think this set is underrated. I think this set has a lot to offer, a lot of additional things that you can put in there and make better. But to me, it seems like a great set. I'm going to disassemble it and I'm going to make something else out of it because I want to start making a city that's right for my space that I've got. And this is just too big. It's, I only have a small desk and I just wanted to keep it on this side. So this thing is like huge. Like that's my hand. That's my hand. So this is quite a big set. It's, when the box turned up, I was just like, yep, I can't wait to build that. So in overall, if you don't know much about this set, it's kind of like a 3-store set. At the bottom is a florist's, and then above that is a photographer studio. Then this is an apartment. This is a dentist, and this is like a bakery or bakery, you call that. And the bottom of this side is a small cafe with this sort of logo. This was really interesting to build. And you got a music store, and then you've got a dance studio, which is probably the least part, my least favorite section of this build. It was just so bare inside, but I'll show you anyway. Things that I liked the most about it was probably the detail on the outside of the actual buildings. There's a lot of this sort of style with the tile pieces that just make it look like bricks, and a lot of this sort of these grooved 1x2 pieces that look sort of like, how can I put it, like cladding on an outside building. And I've just realised as I'm filming this video that these are the wrong way around, but who cares. But yeah, the outside of the building was like fantastic. Obviously when you're having this set up and it's in a city, this is the main side that you're going to see, so it doesn't really matter about the back so much. So if I spin it around, the back, as you can tell, is pretty just standard of a back of a building. I mean, who walks through their local town and thinks, oh yeah, the back of that building's lovely? It's mainly the front that people are bothered about. But there's like a seating area out here for this upstairs apartment. And there's like a sort of roof access on this side as well, which is cool. There's not really a lot going on. I suppose you could, if you bought this set and you were keeping it in your city, you could add little things to these pieces here, just to create a little bit more realism, I suppose. I've added a lot of minifigs because there wasn't that many that came with the set. I think there was like 6. And what I did was I replaced, if I just take this dentist, I replaced some of the heads, if this is going to focus. I replaced some of the heads with more realistic looking ones because I don't like that just plain smiley face. I hated it when I was a kid and I still hate it. So I replaced a lot of the heads, apart from the kid's head, because that was just kind of like a little nod to me to remember that, I was once a kid and that's what it reminds me of, and it was just a little thing I had to put in there. But yeah, there wasn't a lot of minifigs that came with it, so I wanted to incorporate a little bit more busyness, a little bit more realism, and I added, a couple of people sitting down in this corner, talking and going to work, and I had a couple of extra figures that I just put down in this corner, basically just to add more realism. These DC figures up here were ones that I've got from other sets and blind bags and things like that I just added. But yeah, let me just take off this roof. And this is probably my favourite part of the actual building, the apartment. So as you can see inside the apartment there, they've got little Lego set up. They've got like a seating area that also turns into a bed, folds out. And the little kitchen here, this was a really, really interesting build. And toilet in there, which I thought was pretty cool. I've never built a toilet. And then that's the seating area again, little barbecue and things like that. That's probably the most detailed part of the building. Now I thought when I bought this set that there was going to be loads of detail inside. I didn't really pay that much attention to the reviews because I wanted to try and ignore them and try and go off my own gut. So I did that. Somewhat like pleased. I mean, I don't like adding a lot of tiles to the floor, so I know some people have tiled things like this out, but I didn't really want to like bog it out with all these tiles and trying to stand minifigs in there to display, and they're just not standing. So that's the photography studio. Really, really nice. Like, there's not really a lot that you can fit in there, but yeah, it was well designed. And the dentistry chair in this corner, that was fairly nice, but there just wasn't enough detail, and I would prefer to have this sort of separated if this was me. But you know, it's up to everybody else's opinions. And downstairs is the bakery. But I would say that this is a great like starter for anybody that isn't that hasn't bought Lego in a really long time. This is something that I was looking at for years, and I didn't expect to get this one. I was looking at the Brick Bank and a couple of other sets, and I thought, yeah, do you know what? I'll get this set and I'll treat myself. But the only real negative things I have to this set is maybe adding a little bit more interior. So just in comparison, I'll take my sig fig out. Just in comparison, I mean, I know it's a dance studio, but like that to me is like really basic. And especially when I think these sets are aimed at like adult fans of Lego. I mean, it just seems like that there isn't really a lot in there. There's just like drum kit and stuff like that. But yeah, these were like really, really. It was a really cool build in terms of like the things on the outside, and the elements that it gave you were really interesting. Sorry, just as I put this on, because it's me with my big hands and just wrecking everything. There we go. Yeah, I wish they incorporated more inside and tried to fit in as much detail as I can. And that's no bugaboo to the designer or anything like that. I just think, me personally, I would like more interior design, and I'd like to try and fit in as much as, you know, cram as much as you can in there to please the eye. When you're looking through these windows, I mean, you want to be able to see things, and you don't just want to have things like up against the window just to make it look busy. You want to be able to look through and think, oh, you know, that, like, I can see like the sofa, I can see, you know, like kids sat on the floor watching TV, or I can see somebody painting in the apartment, or, you know, things like that. But yeah, that's my only real issue with this set. All in all, it's a really good set, and if you're interested in it, you should buy it. You should definitely buy it. But like I said, I'm definitely going to deconstruct this and try and make some smaller buildings out of it. I'm going to use the parts wisely and try and make a little small setup. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you like more of this style of video, I'm new to YouTube, so be kind. Yeah, if you like this sort of video, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you on the next one.